Where do you go from here? Austin Reeves is going to, he's a good player. He's a good 3. Outside of that was a poorly, it almost really was. It was a poorly constructed team, and that was evident. They were exposed the entire series. Luka defensively, Austin Reeves defensively. LeBron's age, he's still LeBron, but his on and off thing is much more apparent now than what it was 5-6 years ago. He's either on or he's off. And I'm not going to say the word disinterested. That's not the right thing to say. But there's days where he's tuned in and there's days where he's not. When LeBron wants to shoot 10 threes, you realize that it's not LeBron's night to go head down to the basket the whole thing. Maybe it's the age, maybe it's the health, whatever it may be. It's apparent. It's evident. To Mike's point, the reason the T-Wolves dominated that series and the reasons the Nuggets dominated them last year, I know that every game was close last year, is the Lakers have glaring holes and the Nuggets don't. The Lakers might have more top-end talent, but with Reeves, who is terrible defensively, Doncic, who is just lethargic defensively, targeted the entire way. And this really pissed me off. And for JJ Redick to not even consider going to a big man at any point in this game. At any point did he decide to put some more size on the floor to mitigate Rudy Gobert. First time that's ever been said. Really? Go put somebody in with size. He is dominating you guys. Nobody else can hit it, throw the ball in the ocean. And you're letting Rudy Gobert go for 30 and 25. Really? JJ, you can't be that stubborn. You might think Jackson Hayes stinks. You might think Dalton Connect stinks. Why'd you cancel the Mark Williams trade? When they were getting him at the deadline, the center from out of Charlotte. Because they wanted to keep Dalton Connect. How did he play last night? The dumbest thing in the world. Go to a big. I was literally talking to myself. Go to a big. What are you doing? I wasn't even rooting for the Lakers. I'm just trying to understand. Dorian Finney-Smith, Reeves, Doncic, and James does not offer you enough. You're crawling. Oh, my God. I was really annoyed with how Redick handled that game.
It's like he was trying to send a message. Like so many times, coaches will try to send a message to the front office or whoever they may be. Listen, I don't have the guys to guard Rudy Gobert, so I'm spitefully not going to play a player that probably would match up better with him. I don't know. It seemed like, Colin, that was one of the worst fourth quarters of playoff basketball, by the way, that I've ever watched. 16 points for the Lakers and a breath over 20 for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And you never thought LA was winning that game. I never thought the Lakers were winning that game.
And T-Wolves gave him every opportunity. That game should have been a 25-point game.
But Colin, I guess the only thing I could rebuttal to them not putting it a big is Redick trying to send a message. And
to
if
who?
he is,
for what?
Then that's exactly what I was going to say next. Is he sending a message saying, I don't have the guys to guard this guy? Well, guess what, JJ? It just cost you the first round of the playoffs. Now, they weren't coming back down 3-1. This team stinks, and that's apparent. They weren't coming back down 3-1, but he had a chance to extend the series last night on your home floor, and you played terrible. And in a night where you couldn't throw a golf ball into an ocean on both sides of the team, you let Rudy Gobert put up Hakeem Olajuwon numbers at Staples Center, or Crypto Arena. Absolute disgrace by the Lakers last night.
Really was. And they targeted Doncic defensively. They targeted Reeves defensively. They had no size. They were disinterested. They mailed it in. Mm-hmm. They were disinterested. They had no interest in winning that game. And that, to me, tells me that I think this is going to go down before this goes up. If you're the Los Angeles Lakers. This is going to go down before it goes up.
So you don't have faith that...
And LeBron is a ticking time bomb. There is a countdown to when he is done. And if I'm a betting man, do we really think LeBron's going to play 3 more seasons? What does he need to accomplish? I think LeBron is the type of player where if he doesn't necessarily sense that his team can win it all, you're not going to get the same LeBron as you would if he could smell the end of the finish line. And I don't think he could smell the end of the finish line with this Laker team. And I think that was pretty apparent in the way how he played and how he sort of invigorated everybody else.
If Luka wasn't on that team, if they had the same team with, say, Nico Harrison didn't do that trade, that team wouldn't even have made the playoffs. That team with Anthony Davis probably wouldn't even have made the playoffs by the effort I saw in that first round.
Yeah.
3 seed. This was a team that won. Kyle, it was a team that won 50 games.
Yeah, they were
this
great
year.
after the trade. I still assume they'd make the postseason.
The point I'm trying to make is this is a team that won 50 games. They obviously don't win that many with Anthony Davis. But to lose in 5 games as the 3 seed with Luka Doncic, one of the best players in the NBA, probably top 3 player in the NBA right now, it's embarrassing. And we can play the blame game. Is the blame game on Rob Pelinka? I don't think it's necessarily on Pelinka because he swindled the Luka Doncic trade. Now, Colin, do we need to reassess the Luka Doncic trade? I'm not there yet. I still think if you're Nico Harrison, Luka's a player you never trade, regardless of what you think. He loved Dallas. He was a player who had that team in the championship last year. But I will listen to there not being any money or a way to improve the roster for the Lakers. I still think Nico Harrison is wrong, Colin, but to your point, I think the Lakers are in a very peculiar situation because how are you going to make the roster better? You don't have a lot of first-round draft picks, and you got a lot of money going to 2 guys. So,
and I'll tell you this: we bashed Harrison, we bashed the Mavericks.
I still am.
Fine. If you're sitting here telling me that 32 out of 32 NBA teams, or 30, whatever it is, if all the teams in the NBA would take Luka Doncic to be their number 1, I'm not so sure if the answer is fully yes. He is a great offensive talent. But you saw it in the Celtics series in the NBA Finals, and that Celtic team was better than them. He is half on, half off defensively. Mostly off. And you can't be a 50% player on one side of the court if you're going to be that great. Now, if Harrison handled that differently, opened it up, got a huge haul out of it, I think it was the wrong execution. Call me crazy. Maybe it's recency bias. I'm starting to see the vision. I really am. Doncic was a problem all season long, all series long. He was a major problem. He was a liability. The crucial L word. He was a liability. And the offense wasn't good enough to make up for it. And think about the Lakers for a second. They have some young players. LeBron is going to get older and slower. Doncic is what Doncic is. They don't have money. They don't have picks. Where from here? They're 2-12 in their last 14 playoff games with 2 coaches. Then when Vogel was there, they missed the postseason. Since that championship, they've done a whole lot of nothing. It makes you think that in the, 7-8 years LeBron has been there, what has been the success rate? It's better than what the Lakers were, but it's not that good. It really isn't.
You're questioning the Laker legacy for Bron a little bit. Listen, I don't know how much stock do you put into the bubble championship? I think that's, for me,
championship. They won a title.
For me, that's what it comes down to.
They won a title. What are you going to say? They didn't win a title?
Listen, I'm LeBron's biggest fan. Of course I'm going to say it's a title. But I'll listen to people saying, it was the bubble. I'll listen to that a little bit. It was a weird situation. Every other day, someone wasn't playing because they picked up COVID-19. It was very weird, Colin. We'll count it, okay? We'll count it. I love Bron.
Absolutely.
We'll count it, but at the same time, at the same token, I don't think that's what LeBron wants his legacy to be remembered for in L.A., is a Mickey Mouse championship at the bubble. So that's why I think if you're the Lakers and LeBron is already throwing his, misdirection out there with his post-game press conference, you need to figure out how you could be a championship contender next year. And Colin...
Well, were they not coming in? Did we not say they were coming into the postseason?
I did. But shame on me for thinking Finney-Smith, Hachimura, Kleber, Vanderbilt, and Gabe Vincent was good enough to win a title. Or at least to compete for a title. Shame on me. I guess I didn't put enough stock into teams like Minnesota, Golden State. And I guess Golden State's a bad example. They're about 5 deep, but you get the point. Like Oklahoma City, very deep. Minnesota, very deep. There are a lot of young teams that are deeper than the Lakers. So shame on me for not realizing that. But back to what I was saying, Kyle, if you're the Lakers, you must figure out a way to take advantage of a LeBron James and Luka Doncic team and build something around it, because I think LeBron's done sooner than later. I'm with you. I don't think he's retiring next year, but I think very well next year could be the retirement tour year. So figure it out. If you're the Lakers and you're Rob Pelinka, you got a lot of money going to 2 guys. It's up to you now to figure out how to turn the mighty Los Angeles Lakers back into a title contender.
I don't think it's going to happen. I don't. I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. How about this? Consider this idea. Are the Mavericks in a better spot than the Los Angeles Lakers next year?